Continuing our series on revisiting the early mods I never gave a full review to, we are now moving on to the next character I covered, Sado the Hedgehog. Like Mimi before him, Sado is a fairly simple moveset to get a basic level of skill in. His spin is completely identical to Sonic's spin dash. Most of the differences between a new and a skilled player with the character is their ability to use his double jump, Chaos Control. In essence, every time you jump from the ground, you get 2 charges of Chaos Control, and the direction of the ability is based off which direction you're holding at the time. Teleporting up is done by not holding any directional input, and teleporting down is done by pressing spin at the same time. This ability is quite possibly one of the best moveset concepts, with the best control scheme I've yet seen in SRB2. It is reliable, easy to get the hang of, yet has a high level of mastery that really allows Sado to ascend to the high levels of viability for speedrunning. The fact that it maintains your momentum while coming out of it is also very much appreciated, as it allows Sado to maintain the high level of flow that I personally feel is very nearly a requirement to making a great moveset. However, there are some small problems with it. To be entirely honest, I don't think any of them are due to an inherent problem with the ability, but rather how they interact with the basic structure of how SRB2 works. Namely, I feel the camera in SRB2, which is fairly poor at the best of times, really hampers Sado disproportionately in comparison to other mods. While the camera works fine enough if using Chaos Control forwards or on the vertical axis, travelling to the sides or backwards means that Sado will often disappear off screen while the camera turns around. And because of the fact that momentum is carried forwards, certain areas makes using Chaos Control to its fullest extent a risky prospect. This is amplified by the fact that Sado will homing attack towards enemies if Chaos Control is used within a certain distance of them, and this in particular feels like something that should have been picked up during testing. Using a homing attack on an enemy that is for some reason currently in a damaging state, when you weren't even looking at them, is of course very annoying, and I personally feel that the homing attack particularly shouldn't be able to home in on enemies or items you can't currently see. Sado sprites are genuinely very good. As can probably be expected from a Sado mod, a fair few of them are just recolors of Sonic sprites, but I think this is probably the character where this is most justified. Besides, the sprites that aren't recolors are different enough and exude enough personality that I think they're acceptable. I also like how many of the homing attack poses are references to various memes and famous character arts, without being too obvious. I noticed an SA2 pose, as well as the dab that he often ends up doing in various games. The effects for his Chaos Control and Chaos Lance abilities are also very nice, looking pretty similar to the effect you get pretty often in SA2, while still making Sado look very powerful. The ability to change his suit colour is also very nice, although I usually stick to default colours. That's just how I prefer to use characters though, and I always like it when creators give a little bit of freedom to how a player interacts with their mod. Overall, Sado is another very high quality mod. His moveset is very fun and well thought out, even if I do have problems with how it can occasionally lead to damage/deaths that feel completely avoidable. The sprites are very nice, as expected from Inazuma. Most of the sprites they create look very nice. I think a 9 out of 10 is deserved here, as the few small problems are almost equaled out by the rest of the good stuff contained here. Sorry for how long it's been since the last video, but as I said, exam revision has been my priority, and I haven't wanted to be creating a video while my Adobe student discount is still up in the air. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and ciao.